This is Metro North's fourth major mishap in the past 7 months. It is also the first deadly passenger crash in the commuter railroad's 3-decade history. CBS News transportation correspondent Jeff Pegues is following the investigation in the Bronx. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. A law enforcement source tells CBS News that the engineer of the train told first responders that he tried to apply the brakes heading into the curve, but he felt like the brakes were not responding. This information comes as NTSB investigators try to determine exactly what caused this train to derail. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board recovered the train's data recorder, or black box, which will show how fast the train was going and if it was functioning properly when it left the tracks. Teams spent Sunday combing the overturned rail cars, searching for clues on the ground.
Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, with the intent of preventing it from happening again.
Mark Rosenker is the former chairman of the NTSB.
They're going to be looking at the track. They're going to be looking at signals. They're going to be looking at the accident, the event recorder, where they'll do the downloading and then ultimately do the analysis.
The 7-car commuter train was traveling south, powered by a diesel locomotive pushing at the rear. Along the Hudson River, the speed limit is 70 miles per hour, but it drops to 30 miles an hour where the tracks begin to curve.
It's not the fact that there's a curve here. We've always had this configuration. We didn't have accidents, right? So there has to be another factor, and that's what we want to learn from the NTSB.
But Rosenker cautions that the investigation has only just begun.
Many times what we believe is the real cause of an accident turns out that it is not that cause. Very few accidents are just one thing.
It's not yet known how fast the train was going. Investigators will examine every inch of track in the crash area and review maintenance records for the locomotive and rail cars. They'll also interview passengers and crew members who were on board. In July, a freight train hauling garbage derailed in a nearby section of track. The NTSB will explore if that incident affected yesterday's derailment. And there is another recent Metro North crash that may factor into this investigation. Is there something systemic? In May, there was another derailment near Bridgeport, Connecticut. An eastbound commuter train was struck by a westbound commuter train. 76 people were injured, no fatalities, but the NTSB in that investigation found that there was a flaw in the track where the derailment occurred. About the first thing NTSB investigators did here yesterday when they arrived on scene was examine the tracks.